All right. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shah, Barak. I want to give double honors to the apostles of GMS that rules well. Peace, blessings, salutations to Joachim and Joachim tuning in. And our Israelite foreigners that are scattered. Shakwaka from GMS, Virginia. And I'm not going to play this whole video. I'm just going to, let y'all hear what's, what a majority of the women of Israel is on. That's why, do the, hey, Paul said it best, if you're married, seek not to be, pretty much, seek not to be not together. And if you're not married, if you're not married, seek not to be married. Because we're living in these times where, Esau, this liberation, the breaking up of a household, is in full effect, which goes back to Willie Lynch. And one thing these Edomites do, they're organized, and in order to be in power, you have to be well organized. And they have kept these records, and they had visions and meaning, goals and plans, which was talked down and passed down to keep their power. So, the Willie Lynch letters, the slave letters, and their talk and, their language could also, reading. I got a page in the Willie Lynch letter that I'm going to read after this, after some of this plays. Again, if want, you can listen to all of it, but it's going to play a little segment of it.
Hey, so I want to quickly talk about what a single mom by choice is. If you are interested in finding out what that is or learning more about the topic, go ahead and stay tuned. So, a single mom by choice is pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty much someone who wants to be a mother, so they go about it on their own. Yeah. Not much more to it. So you just become a mom on your own. So people wonder why someone would want to be a single mom by choice. I know I've mentioned to people, I'd rather just be a single mother. I think once you get to a certain age, people start to ask you, when are you getting married? When are you having kids? Et cetera, et cetera. And I've said, I would rather just have my kids on my own and be a single mom. I've had people ask me, why would you want that? For me, I don't have to compromise. And so I don't have to compromise in how I raise my kids. I don't have to compromise in where we're living, in moving for someone else's career, like medical decisions, etc. And I'll be honest, initially I did look into having a known donor or a co-parenting situation. And I'm really glad that I didn't choose that route because I don't want to share these decisions with anyone. And so that's pretty much why I chose to be a single mom by choice. There's so many ways someone can become a single mom by choice. You can go the traditional adoption route, so going to an adoption agency, or maybe someone who's having a baby that would like to put their child up for adoption or would prefer to place their child. I wrote them all down, so one second.
Now, Scripture says, my people have become more wicked than evil. Scripture talks about, wisdom of evil is not righteous, roughly paraphrasing. And, one times, you used to hear nothing but Edomite women saying stupid shit like this out their mouths. But now, unfortunately, you see the black women, so-called black women, and the so-called Latina Hispanic women that's make videos and on YouTube and share and rant their foolishness. And again, you have a bunch of women on here that's that's agreeing. This is the route they want to go. But again, goes back to what their mothers have taught them. And this was the goal of Esau, to break down the family structure. And see, now the so-called black woman is in a state of destruction. And regardless of what's pretty much she's been able to live a false reality in a dream. This is he said the Negro Marriage on Willie Lynch, page 18. Let me see something real quick. Matter of fact, I'm up. Yeah. Okay. Damn. I'm gonna have to do another. Well, I can. Matter of fact, I got another part for another video. But I'm gonna start at page 15. It says the breaking process of the African woman. On the bottom of page 15. So nature had provided for this type of balance. We reverse nature by burning and pulling a civilized nigger apart and bullwhipping the other to the point of death, all in her presence, by her being left alone, unprotected, with the male image destroyed. The ordeal caused her to move from her psychologically dependent state to a frozen independent state. In this frozen psychological state of independence, she will raise her male and female offspring in reverse roles. For fear of the young male's life, she will psychologically train him to be mentally weak and dependent, but physically strong. And that's why these men out here are weak and becoming homosexuals. Oh, Sanagi, hold on. So, hold on real quick. Yeah, because she has become psychologically independent, she will train her female offspring to be psychologically independent. So since she has a daughter in her hands, she's going to teach her daughter the same thing. So she's going to, you're a single, you're a so-called, black woman. You're strong, independent. You don't need a man, because that kid's going to eventually ask about the father. But then what she's going to do is pretty much going to destroy the image of and tell her that, you was born of me. I born you if it wasn't for me. So, brothers see what's going on. So it says, what have you got? You've got the nigger woman out front and the nigger man behind and scared. This is the perfect situation of sound sleep and economics. My goodness, there you go. Very good for economics because, again, this will usher in the new world order and will make it more easier because everything is broken up, is unity, and it's a constant war and a battle. So, you control, that's how you keep your power. You divide things and people can't come together bickering off a little shit. They can't even sit down and talk with each other and so forth. So, yeah, it's good for economics. They can put strong black women in, the image in movies and so forth. And they can keep the wickedness continuing. It said before the breaking process, we had to alertly on guard at all times. Now we can sleep soundly, for out of frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us. You see that? Before the breaking process, we had to be alertly on guard at all times because, they had to watch out for men because men will rouse up and go against the slave owner. It says now, then that's another thing too, which women fail to realize of our nation. The reason why they destroyed the men of your husbands, your men of the nation, is because so Esau can pretty much move easily. Had nothing to worry about. That's why he wants the prophets off the streets. That's why he wants to come at us and get rid of us. He said now we can sleep soundly. Why? Because the woman is in power right now. So, and like it says, for out of frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us. So the so-called black woman is the mouthpiece, which has been the mouthpiece, the matriarchy for since the 1950s and the 60s. And then that's why when you look at these so-called communities, it'd be the so-called black woman. She's in the suburbs. She's, alone in the house with the kids. And then you have, different apartment buildings brought, being made for her, and then you have the projects, the ghettos. That strictly she's the forefront. They giving her, top job position and so forth. But at the end of the day, she still doesn't make no money. There's not too many so-called Black, Latino, Hispanic women that's making top dollar money. Even if you give these women a lot of money, they have that selfish mentality, and they're not thinking about the community. They think about themselves. So again, Esau has nothing to worry about. It says he cannot pass her early slave molding process. He is a good tool, now ready to be tied to the horse at a tender age. He said, by the time a nigger boy reaches the age of 16, he is soundly broken in and ready for a long life of sound and efficient work and reproduction of a unit of good labor force. And that's why pretty much your mother, and one thing too, your mother will beat the hell out you, and it has really like no. I've talked to a lot of Jakes. They sit there and say how they've been beaten, and how the way their moms beat them out of just straight ranting, calling them all types of things, and destroying him mentally. Tell why they getting beat. They say you just like your daddy. Daddy ain't shit. You black little boy. You dark skinned black little monkey nick. All types of things, and you be like, yo, what the hell? And it's not nothing, no wisdom behind it, or it's not. Pretty much what I'm saying is, you get beat and that's it. There's no explanation or nothing about it. It's like you getting beat. Your manliness, your fight, your drive is getting beaten out of you. Out of your mom's fear and upholding this strong independence and her power to be independent and not need a man. She breaks you. And what happens, your mom will tell you, yeah, you don't hurt nobody, and you this and that, and you pretty much she makes you a good boy for Master System, for Esau. So it says, continue through the breaking of uncivilized savage niggers by throwing the nigger female savage into a frozen psychological state of independence, by killing the protective male image. So that's why, and it's crazy because when you look at the inner cities and the ghettos, you got this thing called put the guns down and take away the guns. I mean, those are your warriors. Those are your men. That's your military. But the thing about it is, the so-called black woman is running them. So those men are in they're broken. If those men, and they have fathers, and see, the nation of Israel, man, we were kings, and we're warriors. We are an upright people. And the thing about it is, we've been broken as a nation. So we have a reverse mindset of killing each other, and there's no order. Those are your warriors. You don't, pretty much that is your military. You don't, here it is now. So basically what you're saying is, you telling that, you breaking the male image, they shooting each other and so forth, but you don't tell the American military to put their guns down. You don't tell the so-called white men to put their guns down. You don't say, you go to those good places, good areas where Esau got is teaching their kids how to shoot guns at a very young age. And that's not what I'm promoting. The point is, pretty much the notion is, you're destroying the male image. You're making them look like a savage, a thug, a gangster, but they don't understand, men are supposed to protect, But the thing about it is, we live in a reverse role, where so-called black men, Hispanic, Latino men, the men are fighting and killing each other, opposed to standing up for the whole nation and fighting the enemy, which our enemies is the so-called white man. But it says, by killing the protective male image and by creating a submissive, dependent mind of the nigger male slave, we have created an abiding cycle that turns on its own axis forever unless the phenomenon occurs and reshifts the position of the male and female slaves. And that's what you see happening now, because the Lord has put the spirit on the prophets on the last days to bring forth all this, to bring this out. What is it? What is this? 2 Corinthians 4:6. The Lord has shined light unto us, the elect, to to his children, starting with the elect. And then I got this last one. Then I'm gonna bring forth scriptures. So it says, we breed 2 nigger males with 2 nigger females. Then we take the nigger male away from them and keep them moving and working. Some say 1 nigger female bears a nigger female, and the other bears a nigger male, both nigger females being without influence of the nigger male image, frozen with a independent psychologically. Salaki, frozen with the independent psychology. You know, matter of fact, you know what's funny? I was speaking to this chick from Guatemala, Zebulonite, and she had the same mindset. And she had this independent mindset. And it's crazy because, so like I asked her, I'm like, yo, you went to school. She came, you know, to the city to go to VCU. Anybody knows about VCU? VCU is high as hell. It's an expensive school. So I was like, yo, you got debt. She was like, yeah. She started laughing and shit. And then, Shalaki, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so she, you know, I laughed. She was laughing. You know, she went to VCU for psychology, a worthless fucking degree. And you can tell how when she talks, she's like, I don't want no kid. I'm too selfish to have children. I don't want no child. I have children, you know, when I, later on in life, you know, after I get my money, you know, after I finish having fun. I'm like, yo, the fuck, man. But the point is, it says, and again, they broke both, you know, a lot of our people fail to realize you so-called Black, Latino, Hispanic, Native American, all y'all was slaves. And this is the what they use to break us. So it says that, and I've been seeing this a lot lately with Latino, Hispanic women. It says, so, hold on. Yeah, frozen with the independent psychology will raise their offspring into reverse position. The one with the female offspring will teach her to be like herself, independent and negotiable. There you go. We negotiate with her. So, yo, Esau the goddamn devil. Because you, again, man, you see this today. And it's full, you know, it speaks for itself. This is happening today. And that's what they done. They have negotiated with the so-called black woman and Hispanic woman. They negotiated. You don't need a man, you know, baby. We'll give you Section 8. We give you welfare. We give you a job, a nice position. We give you money. We give you freedom. We give you liberty, baby. Just listen to us. We got you. And then when Esau crumbles his society and takes away the money and goes everything digital, and you see what they're doing now. They're crumbling everything with the sauce. And what's about to happen? And now you're unprotected. Because Esau's not going to protect you. You see a lot of officers, 911, police officers, they're fucking resigning. They said, we negotiate with her through her, by her, negotiates her at will. The frozen with the nigger male offspring, she being frozen, subconscious fear for his life, will raise him to be mentally dependent and weak, but physically strong. In other words, body over mind. And in the 4 years, when these 2 offspring become fertile for early reproduction, we will mate and breed them and will continue the cycle. You see that? That is good, sound, and long-range comprehensive planning. So this happened, and now you see the results. Because how so-called blacks and Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans move is the total result of slavery. And again, you could look at her, Soraya, her head cocked to the side. They said, please keep making videos on your experience in this topic. I'm starting to consider this option instead of waiting around, settling for marriage first, risking divorce, heartbreak, and custody battles later on. Never having to deal with co-parenting sounds amazing. So there you go. This is the woman. This is the American woman, you know? You see that? This is amazing. Please make more vids on this. I'm buying sperm tomorrow. I really hope the first round takes and I could build a community of other solo parents by choice. And there you have it. Now, Got a couple scriptures. Unless you bind the strong man. My butcher, yeah, here it is. Mark 3:27. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. And our house is spoiled. The nation of Israel is spoiled. The man has been destroyed in his image, and now he's gotten a woman, and now he's gotten the kids. So man is the head. In 1 Corinthians 11:3, but I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shah, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahweh Shah is Yahweh. So it says, aged woman, I'm gonna bring that out, aged woman, likewise, teach to love husbands. It said, Titus 2:3, the aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be, because you talking like that, you don't love your children, man. There's no balance in that house. To be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, not yourself, that the word of Yahweh be not blasphemed. And that is very important for women to do. Marvel not, father image destroyed. Hold on real quick. I think it's in Sirach. The 5th chapter. Let me see. Here it is. No. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Bear with me. I think it's Sirach 5. Okay, I think it's Sirach 2. Hold on real quick. Sirach 2. Damn it. I'm just going to use the Salaki. Sirach 3. Okay, I think Sirach 3. Sirach 3:1. Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter, that ye may be safe. For the Lord hath given the father honor over the children, and have confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons. Whoso honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins, and he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure. Whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children, and when he maketh his prayer, he shall be heard. He that honoreth his father shall have a long life, and he that is obedient to the Lord shall be a comfort to his mother. He that feareth the Lord will honor his father, and will do service unto his parents as to his masters. Honor thy father and mother both in word and deed, that a blessing may come upon thee from them. And we live in this world where, going back to the destroying of the household, the family structure, and these women pretty much destroying the image of the dad. And it's crazy, here it is, and it's crazy as hell, because these women are buying sperm. It's fucking sick, man. And here it is, you're gonna officially assimilate yourself, you're a demon. So that just showed you're a demon. You proud, and you're selfish. So you can't even buy yourself down to a man, and that just shows you that these mothers have destroyed these fucking children. See, and she said, she wants to. You saw it in a text. She said, I want to make a whole community full of same thinking minded people. But you open up your legs for this guy. You allow him to shoot seed in you, and then because you don't want to settle or humble yourself, you take the kid. And you don't want to compromise and give away none of your power that Esau's giving you, but it's for a moment. And that's the thing about it, man. Esau's about to be destroyed. Here it is. You're just moving like this. It says, no kingdom runs forever, but Yahushua is going to reign forever. But for the blessing of the Father establishes the houses of children. But the curse of the mother, you see that? But the curse of the mother rooteth out foundation. So since you heard it in the book, the Willie Lynch letter, since the women are cursed and they're putting, they destroyed her mind, gave her power, they negotiated and broke her. Now, since through the so-called Black, Latino, Hispanic woman, the family structure has been rooted out. There's no foundation in it. You see that? Because you women carry an important role as well. The man and the woman. That's the point. You come together. It's a family. It's a structure. But there's no foundation anymore. The father's image is destroyed, and the woman destroys her children. Glory not, verse 10. Glory not in the dishonor of thy father. For thy father's dishonor is no glory unto thee. For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father. You see that? And a mother in dishonor is a reproach. Yo, man, these scriptures, man. Yo, you see this shit every day, man. Damn it, yo. You still got a lot to fucking pay for, man. That shit kind of brought tears in my eyes, man. That shit pisses you off, man. The fuck, man. It says, verse 10, glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy father's dishonor is no glory unto thee. For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father, and a mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children. My son, help thy father in his age, and grieve him not as long as he liveth. And it's funny, I mean, it pisses me off because, my father died at a young age. And even throughout me growing up, he died when I was 3. And even, besides, me growing up, I always loved my father. I always loved my father. I always, I spoke about him. I always used to think, what would it be like if my father was here? How, certain situations I used to get in, I should be like, what would my dad do? What would my father do if he was in this situation, And to see these kids today and see these dudes and people out here today that just sit there and blatantly disrespect their father, it makes my blood boil, man. It says, my son, help thy father in his age and grieve him not as long as he liveth. and if his understanding fail, have patience with him, and despise him not when thou art in thy full strength. For the relieving of thy father shall not be forgotten, and instead of sins it shall be added to build thee up. So in the day of thy affliction it shall be remembered, thy sins shall also melt away as the ice in the fair warm weather. See that? He that forsaketh his father is a blasphemer, and he that angereth his mother is cursed. So there you have it, man. Esau has broken the foundation of you Israelites, the family structure. And you got a lot of these kids now that dishonor their father. And look how they, and then again, once you really know them, look how the way they talk, look how the way they move. You know? But with that, I'm saying shalom, you know? That's why this place has to be destroyed. And there's no fixing this, man. You know, a nuke just got to hit this place. You know, Esau has to be taken out of power because it's more of a wicked force. It's more, how you say it? It's more pushed. This is more so being pushed than to be, you know, together as a nation. And Esau is never going to allow this to happen. When it comes to the fullness. And think about it, yeah, even the Heavenly Father's not going to allow this to happen because we're not going to be joint heirs with fucking Esau. We're not going to reign beside him or, you know, equal, above. Not mean above, but he's not going to be reigning on one side, and we're going to be reigning. We're going to reign the whole goddamn world through Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You know, Esau's not going to have the West, and we're going to be in the East. No. Through Yahushua, we're going to have possessions of all things. We're going to rule all things, man. You know? So, with that, you know, Lord's will, y'all was edified. And I'm going to say shalom.